Start.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I was like, "We ready?" I didn't see the signal. I didn't see the bat signal.
Oh no, I never give a signal. I just hit that thing and we get it going. You know, I like to keep it spontaneous. It's to the best of my everything about what this podcast is spontaneous.
Little bit. What time we say we coming on? Yeah,
We'll be later tonight.
In a roundabout area. You know what I'm saying? Kind of amongst
Oh
this
gosh,
time.
I used to preach that at my gym. It's like you either gotta meet me here or beat me here. You know, but on time is barely doing enough. And then after about, I'd say a good 3-4 weeks, I was like, yeah, I got to stop saying that because I'm tired. So I know they tired. It's like they not doing the work I'm doing. Oh gosh, it'd be the worst when, because like I was one of the few trainers there who would show up on time for my classes. Don't let it be like another trainer be like, yeah, I'm on the highway still. I'm speed. Can you just get the class warmed up? It's like, once I get the class warmed up, I'll be ready to teach a whole class. So like, you might as well not come. That's how I be feeling. But
This
you
my
be
class
in the
now.
middle of it. Yeah, you be in the middle of it, going to the next movement. Then they walk in, you be like, now I got to get out the groove. Oh boy, but welcome back to another episode of the Domestic Athlete Training Podcast. I am your host, Anthony T, and
Blondie Lockhart with a white box
right
this
here,
week.
yeah, right here on Oakland Sunshine. And yeah, it's been a difficult week for myself. I put it like that. I started another new gig. And got a whole lot of work in my first week. I was actually quite shocked. I needed the money, so I took every offer I could, and it definitely paid off.
Okay.
But I am whooped when I tell you. So I'm a chauffeur. Driving will take a whole lot out of you, and pretty much all of the jobs I liked, I drive. I think I like driving. I just don't like driving when somebody asks me to drive. It's weird how that works. But just in this week, I have been all over the bay. I went to all the way out to Napa, all the way back down to some cities I don't even know. I saw, what was this city? I can't even remember the name of this city, but there is so many. I don't know how it is up there. Is there a lot of like suburb cities that you've just never ventured to because you don't have a reason to really?
Absolutely. When somebody's like, "Oh, I live in this part of Atlanta," and we already know, I'm pretty sure you've seen the video where the girl went viral talking about this city is not Atlanta, this area is not Atlanta, all of that. Those are all surrounding cities of Atlanta. So I remember when I was one of the guys I was dating, he would be like, "Oh, he was looking for a house," and he was like, "Yeah, we should look here, we should here," and I'm no idea what it is that you're talking about. What? South Fulton. Isn't that just the south of Fulton County? No, that's the whole city. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing about out here is I'll pull up in these cities and I'll be like, this shit is nice. How come I don't know about this place? Like,
oh, so y'all hiding stuff now?
Yeah, exactly. There's one city out here that it actually is called like hidden something, like hidden ranch.
Hidden Valley? That's what I say, Hidden Valley the ranch.
Yeah, something like that. And you pull up and you can't see it from the highway. It just look like there's just pasture of land. And once you take this one particular exit and make a right and go down the hill, you see like, oh, this is a fully contained neighborhood over here that goes for miles that you don't even see from any highway. And it's the most beautiful neighborhood you've ever imagined. Like, why do I not know about these places? Y'all don't mention this on the news or nothing.
That might be your purpose. Like we're trying to
be.
keep a certain people out.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, so that's been my week so far, just getting into the groove of juggling another gig. And sleep definitely got me last night. That's why I was a little late.
Sleep got you, and you went to sleep?
Yeah, I was up. And then my body was like, yeah, but I know you got shit to do right now, but I'm going to just turn you off real quick. I was up.
Sleep
ready.
got me as if you're not supposed to sleep.
I'm not supposed to sleep. I hate sleeping. I don't know what it is. I do
I
not.
don't know either, because I'm the opposite. I love to sleep.
Oh my gosh. I just feel like I read a post about this, and it might not be a real thing. And I'm gonna say it completely incorrectly, but it was something like there's a mental health thing called over over like a piece of anxiety that basically is you beat yourself up when you're not being productive.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are in a place where you're supposed to relax, you cannot. Like you just, and I was like, that's me. I was like, anytime I'm on vacation, I'm like, yeah, but
Think
I
about
got
all the stuff you could be doing,
all the,
should be
yeah,
doing,
exactly. And I
didn't
can't
get to
just
before you left.
enjoy, yeah, and I can't enjoy the now. It's always like, yeah, but I still got to do this and that. And like, oh, what if I do this? Oh, let me put this. I got to write this down because if I forget, I'm gonna be mad at myself. Like that never cuts off. So that's why I don't like to sleep, because even if I'm laying still, my mind is still working on some piece of my life. It's like, nah, but over here, while you sleep, I'm gonna do this. Like, so when you wake up, you gonna have this thought just ready to go.
This anxiety just sitting right here on your chest, just waiting on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm trying my best to like realize that. I don't know if that's a real diagnosis or anything. Like I said, it's just a post I read.
Pretty
but
sure it is.
but it resonated with me, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely me. But a part of me was like, that's dope though, ain't it? Like like I be making shit happen. Like, see me next year, I'm a whole different nigga. You can't tell me nothing. I was like, that's how I get through. Telling me to stop, slow down, quit thinking. For what? Do that for yourself.
Because your body needs to rest.
Oh, it'll rest when it dies.
I was thinking about that. I was like, why she gonna be like, when I'm dead?
Yeah. But I mean,
you'll die faster if you don't go to sleep.
Maybe that's what I'm trying to do, because I got so much to get done. It's like, if it comes
well, you
faster,
sure can't get it done if you're dead. What? I am the opposite of that. I try to get as much done as possible. Don't get me wrong, the anxiety does hit me too. But I try to get as much done as possible and then rest, just because I've listened to my body to where it's like, oh, you not gonna sit like what happened to you last night, but worse. Like, which I'm sure you've had it worse. You're just not acknowledging that at the moment. That exhaustion is real. Now, majority of the time when these celebrities be like, oh, they went to the hospital for exhaustion. Now, player, you took too many drugs, and that's why you over there at Cedar Sinai, okay? But for other people where you just working, go, and it's like, I used to hate hearing that. We'd be like, no, I sleep when I'm dead, or even his name, David Shan, sleep is for suckers. Like, no, sleep is for me. I need to rest so I can let my brain rest, recharge. So I do still have that where I beat myself up for what I didn't do. And I'm trying to work on that part, because I can't do everything. But I'm like, let me focus on what I did do and making more to-do lists, so that way I can knock out stuff. And when I did that this past week, that was super beneficial. So I was like, okay, which I do have the it's called Microsoft Tasks. And one of my friends told me about that. And it's kind of cute, because like when you check off stuff, it makes like a little ding. So it's like, ooh, it's kind of like a little shot of dopamine. Like, I did that. Yay, like go Apple me. Pay. Like I got a little star. Now, I wish it sounded like Apple Pay. That would be real good. That'd be some great motivation. I give myself $5 every time I complete something. But no, it just makes a little chime noise, and it's like, oh, I did that. You know, when she first told me about it, I was like, that is not going to have me like excited to complete tasks. But then when I did it, and I was like, it's like you're knocking off your to-do list, of course, but then also it's like giving you this little sound. And I do still like it because it does give me reminders. So like, I have stuff that I have to do today because it's Sunday, and I have stuff that I have deadlines that I have to meet today. So I have certain ones that go off at certain times, and that's the only difference that I like over the paper. So then I have to make a new list every single Sunday because I checked off last week's list or whatever. But in the app, I just, set it as recurring every Sunday, and then I check it off, and then it comes back up for next Sunday. But that's just a technological thing. But either way, back to you not sleeping. So I need my brain to rest so that way I'm not going crazy because my mind just never got a chance to stop, slow down. My body never got a chance to stop, slow down. And then I know I have had an anxiety attack before, and that was not fun. And I'm not trying to go through that again. So yeah, I like to I gets my rest. I likes to go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I'll be a
definitely.
sucker. If sleep is for suckers, I'm gonna be a sucker and I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I try to get me 7, 8 hours a night because I know if I don't go to sleep and I have to get up in the morning, oh no, oh no, I got to be crispy, and in order for me to be crispy, I got to have 7, 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah. I definitely agree with, needing to give your body the rest. I think just with me, I know I'm one of those people who try to get things before they get to the point where you're not going to recover from. So for me, if I get to the point where I'm comfortable just going to sleep, then I know I'm going to continue that pattern. So if I can take the time and tell myself, oh, no, you don't need to do that, you got to do that, then you follow in the pattern of doing the work instead of being like, I'm going to just relax. Because I'm a cold turkey person. Either I realize there's a problem and I stop, or I realize there's a problem and I'm like, yeah, I'm just keep doing it. I don't really care. Like I don't have a in between. I'm very either you're here with me or you're here. Like I ain't got no gray area. Like I'm on or I'm off. Pick one. And that's pretty much how I do
Okay.
it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. I've noticed that about myself. And for me, I think it's like that because it helps me focus. Like if I know this is what I'm doing, then I'm focused on that until I can't focus on it anymore. Like I can't multitask. I can't focus on this, think about that, follow up with this. Like no, like if this is my 3-4 hours for this, then that's my 3-4 hours for this. Don't bother me about nothing else because I can't give you any thought towards it. Like it's really weird. Like
No, I understand. I just realized that too. I was like, I cannot multitask. I thought I was the type where, oh yeah, I can do this and text here. That girl, no, ma'am. Some ball is gonna get dropped. You need to focus on one thing at a time. That's all you can do. That's all you can do, ma'am. Chill out. I'm like, okay, I receive that. I accept that.
And sometimes it's even hard to transition out of it because, like for things that, like for me, when I'm editing videos and I get to the point where like I'm actually enjoying this, I want to add a little more. I want to do this. Now it's like, are you ever gonna put this video out? Like you keep thinking of new things to add to it and make it better, but like you already got to the point. Like just put it out. So yeah, it's a constant struggle.
Oh, man, I've and so for me on the opposite, I just try to. Well, no, I haven't run into that. I take that back. I was about to say I try not to go too far on the opposite end and just let me just throw it out there, and then I just didn't do enough to it. That's not true. That has never happened to me. So I haven't been to the point to where I'm like overdoing it. It's just like the same thing with the deadline. So I'll put myself on a deadline to say like, okay, this video needs to come out every Tuesday. I get basics down at least. So if I dazzle on it Monday night, that's great. But if I get coming out to, if it look like on today, I might have had all the graphics in the background like you got, you green screen and all that. Listen, they about to get this square and we about to go. Okay.
Yeah. And sometimes it's better like that. For me, like when I do things where I don't really put like my perfectionist touch to it, I usually enjoy it more too. Like when I sent you that song, I was just like, I'm not gonna try and make this a real thing. Like I don't care. Like I just did something, and I was like, I'm gonna just share it. Let's see what people.
When was he a rapper? I forgot all about this part of your life. What?
No, but you get some stuff and like you just start messing with it. Like, oh, this seemed fun. I'm gonna do something like this, and let me find this. So let me tell you how that broke down, really. So I've been making the podcast using, I started with GarageBand, moved up to Logic. Now, the difference between GarageBand and Logic, GarageBand is obviously for, a person who just getting started, don't really know much about mixing or engineering. Well, for me, that was really boring because I did know a little bit about mixing and engineering. And I was like, they don't give you all the tools you need to really make it sound how you could make a voice sound or, instrument sound, all the different things you could do. So I was like, let me go on and upgrade and get Logic. And most of my family out here produces or mixes engineers music. Like they went to school for it. So I'm familiar with it. So I was like, let me just see what this program does. I downloaded Logic. I also downloaded like 3 other ones. Like spent way too much money to only use one software. But anyways,
you said last week you buy everything. That's on par. That's on brand for you.
But you playing with each one, trying to figure out which one you can really get into. And Logic was the one I ended up really getting into. Whatever the reason is, Apple makes stuff that's just the learning curve is like, if other things the curve is up here, Apple's like, nah, you can start right here and make it sound like the shit that's up here. And I was like, this is working perfectly. So I go on YouTube, of course, and I start looking at videos on how to sound like a particular person, right? So I think I typed in how to sound like Rick Ross. And there's like no videos on it. But then every other rapper in the last 5 years pops up. How to sound like Pop Smoke, how to sound like, Lil Poozy, but I don't know, whoever all these, it was so many of them. So I was like, I'm going through and I'm like, okay, I'm watching the videos and they're showing you how to mix the vocals and make it sound. I was like, this is some of the stuff I wanted to actually do. Because I don't know if you know this, right? Like, even for instance, with your computer mic compared to your, what is that, a Blue mic?
Blue Yeti, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds completely different, right? So when you're listening to music, they're adding so many vocal effects to the music that you don't even know that's not those people's real voices anymore. And I just started playing with it, and I found a little free beat on the internet, and I'm speaking into the mic. I'm like, I'm gonna say something to inspire myself. Like, let me talk to myself, and that's how it happened. Just freestyle to myself. I pulled up a old photo of me when I was really big, and I just started thinking, like, let me tell a story. And I was like, let me just hit upload, see what happens. Just to see the process, because I've never gone through that process at all, except for back in the day where you had to like get a cassette tape, put it in there, press record, put a little tape over the top of it, and do like the karaoke thing. Well, yeah, that was fun. For me. And now that was relaxing for me. Sleep, nah.
More work? Absolutely. Let me do that. Let me see how I can run myself further into the ground. Let's do that.
Oh, yeah.
But I have noticed that sometimes when you just put stuff out there that you enjoy, that's fun, like, and you don't overthink it and stuff, sometimes that's like the thing that not necessarily like hits to go viral or anything like that, but people are really, I think because the internet is so full of fake, that when you have something that's not overly produced and, doing too much, people are just like, yeah, I like this. Because that's why it's so many people that are like TikTok stars, just because you just out here being regular. It's this one girl, I don't know what the world she talk about, but I follow her, and it's just her random thoughts, and she'll just sit there and talk, hey friend. That's how she started all her videos, and I already recognize her voice, so I'm scrolling, hey friend, double tap. Don't even know what you're talking about, but I like you. Go ahead, girl. What you talking about today? And she's like a college student, and she'll just talk about just random stuff. It's not even like she's a super intellectual or she's some type of reality star or somebody. She just somebody.
Yeah, I've noticed that because it got to a point where on YouTube, you remember early YouTube videos were so bad.
Oh yes.
And people was like, no, I'd rather watch TV. But I was always the person that I was like, I don't really like these bad videos for some reason. I don't know what it is. And I think to your point, it was because it didn't seem so fake to me. Because you could watch so much TV to the point where like I hate when people say this. You'll have a conversation with them and you're like, oh, that's like in that movie. And like, sir, this is real life. Like nothing is like any movie you've ever watched in any lifetime. So like, people constantly compare movies to life now because they've watched so many of them, they forgot that the shit is fake.
Right.
And for me, at least I know that on YouTube, for the most part, most people aren't on here with like, I've got a camera crew and a production crew, and they're gonna write this incredible story and make you think this about me. Like most people are just like, no, let me just get my camera, turn it on. Hey, this is me today, and
I say,
that's
yeah, the
it.
vlogs, yeah,
And
they took off.
exactly. So I think when right around, what was it? I want to say maybe 2011, I started noticing more people being like, oh, I like YouTube all of a sudden. And I was like, I've been on YouTube for the last 10 years. All of a sudden, niggas care about YouTube. Made me so mad because I was over YouTube by then. I was like, I'm over this shit. Like, whatever. What is,
I was
gotta
here
have my
first.
own
That's
thing. Yeah.
now. What? We moved on.
Yeah. And it sucks too because every time things get better, right? The like money or everything gets a little smaller. So back when people were really not into YouTube, that's when YouTubers were making all the incredible money because they were trying to get people into it. Now you get on there, it's like you'd be lucky to make anything.
Yes. I recall when I was like, when I first got into it, it was like, okay, like you said, it was probably like 2011, 2012, back when I had interviewed the OMG girls. Oh yeah, I was able to buy me an iPad off of that. I was like, yes, give me some coins, baby, a couple hundred off of that interview. And then because I had other videos for people to watch, that helped too.
Yeah.
But like before, because my monetization, I'm trying to get that back because I did not post at all during 2020, and they were like, we're not about to pay you and you're not active. So they revoked my my monetization. So I don't have to, but I'm trying to get that back because they're still running ads on my video. So I want whatever little coins I get. But before they took that down, before I lost my monetization, it was like you can get like 5 cents per view or something like that. Well, before it might have been like 25 cents. They was like, we gonna knock that all the way down. And I wasn't even looking for that, but you know, I can't remember why it had started suggesting that to me, but I started seeing a bunch of other YouTubers, more popular YouTubers, who were like, at first it was like, oh, I made millions and traveled the world from YouTube. And now it's kind of like YouTube is taking, you know, not taking, but not paying out as much anymore. So these people have to diversify and find other ways to make some money because YouTube is not, it can be a career, but you're going to have to get like, it's a the first one that comes to mind is like that little boy who does toy reviews. Like he couldn't just live. Neither one of us has children, so that was a poor example. But I heard somebody talk about it in a podcast or something that I was listening to, and basically you got to get brand partnerships outside of just YouTube. Most people cannot make a living off of YouTube unless you have like 8 million consistent subscribers and viewers and things like that. And that's the only way I can think of. Otherwise, you need to be like, oh, I'm partnered with this book company. I'm partnered with Walmart. I'm partnered with Toys R Us, whatever. So where you have products or something else outside of it to where you making some coin because YouTube is not paying like it used to.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's getting smaller because more and more people are on their platform. So it's like we gonna spread the wealth, but we're gonna spread it very thin.
Yeah, I guess the new thing now is live. Do you watch it's a legal channel? I forget the guy's name, but he's from Atlanta, a black guy, and he's a lawyer. Some lawyer, I forget, but yeah, he's a lawyer. And he's teaching people how to monetize their YouTube because he did it in like 3 months. So he holds basically his whole thing. He doesn't break down everything, but he says one of the main things is live. And he was like,
is he like of Arabic descent, or is he black?
No, he's just black.
Okay, it's a guy. I think he's the CEO lawyer, and I follow him on Instagram. But no, he is definitely like of Arabic or Indian descent, one of those.
But yeah, so he was talking about how the live is where the money is on YouTube now, not waiting on people to subscribe and get the 10,000 views, and all of that. He was like, the more he went live, the more audience he gained, and then I guess people pay you when you do live chats or whatever.
Yeah, you can do it's like some type of coin or something like that. Kind of like Are we? Oh my gosh! See, pressing buttons be helping sometimes. I'm
See,
sorry. I'm really excited about this because I knew I fixed this last night. Come on, Jesus!
do you know what button it
Praise
is
Him.
you press?
No, I don't. I just didn't want the camera to go to sleep again, so I was like, press something. Screen fix, box gone. Look at Jesus. Come on, somebody. Anyways, back to that. So I have been looking into that for my clients, just future clients and clients right now, just to figure out how you can get monetized across every platform. And they call them different things on different platforms, but you might have seen on TikTok, it's like a little gift box in the corner, so you can send them gifts. Okay, well it'll be on the person's comments when you're scrolling. The little comment bubble. If you wanted to leave a comment, like you're watching their video, and over the comment bubble is like a little pink gift box. So you can click on that and you can send that person a gift. Or they might call it coins on one network or one platform or something like that. But yes, going live with somebody, because even like you said on YouTube, when I watch church, that's a way that TD Jakes I've seen on his, like it'll be buttons across the top, and let's say you want to donate $15, then you click on the button that says $15, you click on the button that says $5, $10, whatever, and that's how you can donate to or pay your tithes or whatever you're offering for the church. So and I've seen that too with David and Donnie's podcast. But yeah, you're going live, you have to reach a certain point in the lives or in your followers. I'm not sure which one it is, but with that, then people can watch your lives and give you gifts. But then if you just want to do it your own way manually, I've been on Clubhouse, and they'll put, you can put I've never started my own room on Clubhouse. I've just been in other people's, but they put their as the link at the top, they put their Cash App. So one girl, she was just doing like audits, Instagram audits. And she was like, yeah, I'll take a look at your stuff. And it was just me and her in the room for a little bit. So I was like, audit my Instagram. And I'm thinking, let me watch her do this and see what she says and stuff to see if this is something that I also want to offer just for people, just to get them interested in my service and, do a little audit on your Instagram for $5,
Yeah.
Nothing too $5 or $10, nothing too crazy. And I decided it wasn't something that I wanted to do, but she had her Cash App up at the top, and I was like, okay. And she didn't ask for an amount. She was just giving valuable information. And if you wanted to send her $5 or $10 for Cash App, you just click it. It went to the Cash App, and then you put whatever amount you wanted to in there. So I was like, yeah, I'll give you a little blessing. That's fine. Let's do that. Because you helped me. But like I said, it's not something that I want to offer, but it was cool.
Yeah, and I'm the type of person, I like that way too, because then you don't have to cut the money with anybody. Because what's it called? The super chat. I saw a YouTuber talking about those people that send you the money to get their chat at the top so you can see it before anyone else's, because the chats move so fast. And one of the guys on the YouTube was like, hey, stop. He's like, Cash App me. He was like, YouTube takes 60% of that. Because people were sending him like hundreds. He was like, oh, I really appreciate that, but I'm only gonna see 40 of that.
I appreciate the large amount, because if you sent me $10, I was just gonna be like, you should have just kept that,
for real.
You helping YouTube more than me.
Oh gosh. But yeah, so this week with my business, nothing's going on. I've set up all of my what am I trying to say? The like portals for people to find the fitness classes and everything, and still working on getting some marketing going for myself, canning these workout videos. So we'll be seeing those shortly. And yeah, just trying to, I don't know, just trying to not overthink things right now. I tend to do that. How about you?
My week has been pretty good. I did a lot of revamping during the week because I realized, like, I'm trying to be aware so that way I can catch stuff before it like hits me and causes me an issue. So prime example. So what?
Oh, you about to say it. I said like what?
Oh. So I had a client and I offer content days, a VIP content day. So basically I would either go to where they are or they is everything okay?
No, there's something I wanted to tell you about. I wanted to send it to you on Instagram, but it has to do with this. I'll wait till you finish.
Oh, I was like, what is wrong? What the happened? But I offer VIP content days, and either I fly to them or they come to Atlanta just because I have a lot of connections in Atlanta. I know of a lot of studios and ways to get the look that they want. So we would go over, we come up with a whole marketing campaign, and then I would plan out all of the production for that. So then they just have to show up, you know, like a celebrity. I do not take care of hair and makeup, but everything else, you just show up and then we get your campaign done. You know, in one day we batch all of your content for that campaign, but of course we would decide ahead of time. So if it's like, oh, I want to post once every day, I want to post 3 times a day. In that one day, we get all of your content together for the campaign. Just because I understand with me working with busy entrepreneurs, I can give you a content list, but most of the time I'm going to need to sit you down or get your attention. Hey, focus over here. Like you said, you always doing stuff and your brain always running around. Hey, sit down. Let's do this. We're about to shoot today, this Saturday, this Thursday, whatever day it is that we end up scheduling. I got the photographer, the videographer. We got cell phones. We got lights. We got cameras. We got props. We got the studio. We got, you know, whatever we need to get this done. We got everything we need. So that way, by the end of this day, we have shot everything that you need for this campaign. So, one of my clients, she did not book a VIP day, but she was coming to Atlanta. So I was like, okay, well, we can shoot content. Everything is content. So I can come wherever you are and shoot content while you do your thing, get behind the scenes, you know, all type of stuff that we could use for content later. She ended up canceling. That was Jesus looking out, because I was like, I'm about to do an entire, like, I'm about to perform a service that she did not pay for. Like, that's not in, no, I didn't offer her that just because that wasn't what she needed at the time. But I'm like, I'm not about to do all this work and not get paid for it. So then that made me sit down and actually map what that looks like out. What would be included in this? Like, it's one thing to have it in my head or to say it and to think it or whatever, but let me actually write this out. Let me actually draft the contract that goes with this. Let me prepare, so that way if somebody hit me up today and was like, hey, Blondie, I want to do a VIP day, baby, here is the proposal, here is the contract, here is the invoice, let's go. Mm-hmm. Here's our schedule for how we're going to get this together. Because then, even still with that, again, trying to get these busy people on the phone and stuff, within the first week, we need to have this done. Within the next week, we need to have this done. Because if they're lacking on their end, then I can't do what I need to do. So I get it with like, oh, with social media, I'm going to hire a social media marketer and she's going to take care for me. You still got to record the stuff. You still got to get in front of your camera or your cell phone, whatever, and record the stuff. So until you record it, I don't have nothing to manage besides the post that you already posted. And that's not managing your social media. So I went through all of that and just like came up with the timeline. So that I felt really accomplished by that. And then the saying that, like, it doesn't really fit, but I'm gonna make it fit, whatever, about sometimes your name is being spoken in rooms that you haven't even entered yet. So technically I was in this room, but people are watching what I'm doing on social media. And there was, so in my coaching program, there is a Facebook group, and someone had, this woman had been following me and we've kind of interacted on each other's posts and stuff. A different woman in the Facebook group had said she needed social media management. And she was like, who manages social media? Or, you know, drop in the comments, who you use, because most of the people, that's not I don't think anybody in the group offers what I do. So another, the woman that had been interacting with me on social media, she was like, I can't find her name because my name on Facebook is Blondie. My government name is Katina.
Oh, yeah.
And she couldn't find me. And then Facebook is whack because they won't give me the E on Blondie. So it's Blondi, which It's dumb, but whatever. I'm assuming
Like
they
someone
can.
else has it.
No, because I think it's because it's like they see it as if it's not a real name. Like you're supposed to use your real name on Facebook. But I'm like, but you have people who be like Brandon, clack, clack, bang, bang. You don't want none, son. Johnson can have that name on Facebook, but I can't have the E on Blondie. Miss Too Tight, Too Fat, Too Wet. 77 Johnson, 77 Jones. You know, they can have these made up names, but I just want a simple E at the end of my name. Either way, sorry, got off tangent because that still makes me mad that 10 years later, I still cannot have the name Blondie. Anyways, Blondie with an E. So, anywho, yeah, so she couldn't find me. She couldn't find me. So I just happened to be scrolling in the Facebook group and saw that she was like, I can't find her on here, but her name's Katina and her business is at the Bia. And she added it. And I saw it and I was like, hey, girl, thank you. I appreciate it. My name is different here on Facebook. But I was like, you follow me on Instagram. So you see, that's my same Instagram name. But okay, girl, whatever. It's okay. I just appreciate you mentioning me, girl. To the woman who made the post, hey, sis, what's up? What you need? Just what I do. What's up? So that was cool. I just like the fact that somebody like, because sometimes it's like, what is it that you do? So that was cool. Do you remember what your question was? Because you had a question before I started with all of that. You was gonna send me an Instagram post about something.
Oh, no. So no, it was an Instagram post I saw. They out here they have this thing. I was like, oh, you would love this. I don't know if they're doing it in Atlanta, but it's what did they call it? Selfie Town or something crazy like that.
A selfie museum?
Maybe that's what it's called. It sounds like you're right on point where I'm going with it, because it was like they just took this spot and they made little scenes.
Yeah.
And, okay, so
selfie
you know what
museums are like blowing up everywhere, and there are several in Atlanta. So that's why I because I know where a lot of them are, it would be like, okay, one of them is super girly and it's like a lot of pink stuff in there. But if you're like a super if
Have
you're
you
very
been?
like, oh yeah.
Okay.
So they have, it's like you said, so it would be like, let's say if it was a warehouse or a store, and like you said, they segment certain areas to take pictures in. They have a giant ring light in there, different props and stuff that you can play around with, and then you just take your pictures. So some people do it for fun, some people do it for branding shoots. I did when I was not first starting my business, but I wanted some pictures for my business, and I was dating a guy who actually who was kind of like a, you know, some folks get a Nikon and then all of a sudden a photographer type situation. So he was one of them, and he knew he wasn't like claiming I'm a photographer, but I'll take your pictures. So it wasn't like I'm a book the studio and everything like that. But if you asked him to, he would take the pictures.
Yeah.
So anyways, I got him to take the pictures. They was trash. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand what the freak he had going on, but you got all these lenses. Where's the light? I'm confused. We could have just did this on my cell phone, because I brought my camera and he brought his. He had a Canon, I had a Nikon, so he didn't know how to use my camera. But I'm like, okay, well, still, you should be able to know how to work yours. Let's figure this thing out. Half the pictures is dark. You can't see. I'm having to fix the lighting because I'm already high yellow. Then it was a lot of pink in there. So that was like contrasting with my skin. And then I had on a white shirt and red pants. So just depending on if my pants were in the shot or if they weren't, how my complexion changed in the picture. And I'm just sitting up here like, I should have never brought you.
Seen the portfolio.
I thought you knew what you was doing. I think it's just because he had a camera, and because like when we went to college together, and I forgot this, but he reminded me that he was one of the people who would take pictures around campus. So I'm thinking, okay, you still got the camera. You should still have the skills, point and click, and you can see, because it's a freaking digital camera. You can see in the viewfinder what it looks like before you take the picture. No, you out here trying to be, I can't think of no famous photographer right now, but you trying to look through the viewfinder. Nigga, if you look at this, not the viewfinder, but the actual like the little hole at the top.
That's a viewfinder.
I need you to look at the actual viewfinder screen, the digital screen that's gonna show you what this picture look like before you snap it. Half the pictures, not even half. I probably could use because I highly edited them in Adobe Lightroom. I was able to use like 5 pictures, but I remember it was one picture. It was like a hallway, and it was like this Asian theme, which I didn't really want to take pictures in there anyway because it didn't have nothing to do with my brand or anything. It just would have been cool. I might as well just flashlight, take a picture in the dark. Like, what? Is that even me in now? You can't even see me. Whatever. I was a waste. And I had to pay for him to get in there too. I was like, this you right.
Especially if it's not a dark area too. Like I've ran into that situation.
Dark. It was before. Dark, but they had ring lights in every single room.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it was also like I didn't even want to take no pictures in here anyway because I was like I had seen like some of them they post like what areas they have. And I'm the type of person, let's say if I'm like going to brunch or I'm whatever it is that I'm doing, I've thought of poses ahead of time for this outfit, to make sure I get my angles right. You can't just be I don't know what to do. No, I understand. I need to stand like this. Or I need to do like this. Oh, this is it has a pretend like old school phone. Okay, I know I want to pose like this. I want to sip some tea. No, I didn't plan for that particular room. Then it was dark with like Chinese lanterns that were different colors in there. So I knew the lighting was going to be bad just from the previous pictures that I had seen. This was like the 4th room we had gotten to. So I was like, oh, these going to look real bad. So we probably don't even need to shoot in here. No, it's cool. You should shoot in here. I should have listened to my first mind. That was a waste of time. Those pictures will never see the light of day.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Especially like you should definitely know your own camera because what you were talking about, like the viewfinder, definitely like it's supposed to be better to look through the actual original viewfinder because the LCD screen doesn't always
LCD screen. That's what it's called. Keep going.
Yeah, it doesn't always correctly tell you one for one what it's gonna look like once you get it over to your computer. But you should know that if it's your camera. So like.
I mean, even we would just look at like there in the moment. Oh, well, let's look back at what we took before we move to the next area.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just looking like I can't use none of this shit. What is this?
And he couldn't see it. Like you there next to him. Like, so you thought that came out good? Like you don't want to change the aperture on this one? No.
And I didn't even know what that was to say that. But what is this? Let's move on to the next one. Use the ring light this time.
Oh gosh!
Use my cell phone.
My ring light got me over here saturated out for some reason. I have to figure out why this is happening because it's on video.
This good old yellow light bulbs. I'm just glad that I turned my camera to. I'm not even gonna say what it is because I don't even know what it is. It says high in the corner, so hey. And it's as bright as I can get right now. But I was like, I have entirely too much equipment to be bringing laptop, camera, microphone, ring light, tripod. I don't want to be the bag lady. I'm already the bag lady. I have 3 bags and I was only here for a day.
Imagine bringing that early morning on a hike, cross a mountain basically, just to do a workout in front of a camera by yourself with all your lights, all your weights,
Couldn't be me. Yeah, we gonna do this in the backyard, baby.
I was just thinking about that. I was like, that's probably the reason I haven't really gotten to working out how I used to, because I remember like when I told myself I was going to make these videos, because I had this vision in my head. I was like, I want to have the Golden Gate Bridge in one of them. I want to have the one of the lakes out here in Oakland in one of them. And there's just so many beautiful backgrounds and sceneries in my head. I'm watching these workout videos and like these people get like these awesome like studios to work out in. And I'm like, no, I'm going outside, because no one has videos outside in the Bay Area really showing off the scenery here. So I was like, that's going to be my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, wait, I got to bring all of this stuff. And then I got to set it up. And then you do your workout and you feel awkward too, because you're in front of people who don't like, they're looking at you like, what is he like? What's happening here? Like, is there about to be somebody making a movie? Like, nah, it's just a single person.
One man band out here just making it happen.
Yeah, it's just me by myself, 6 a.m. with a camera. Just okay. He's weird, but it paid off in the end. I'm so happy because there's been many times where I've done that and the shot come out horrible for the whole hour, and I'm just like, I could have stayed in the bed if I was gonna get this type of footage.
What was the payoff then? I was expecting a winning story, not that.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying occasionally it would happen like that.
Oh, okay. I was like, what you just said worked out for me. The shot was bad. Wait, what?
Yes. More often than not, it came out good. But when you're getting used to the process of doing things, like one, I had to battle with the weather. So I didn't realize, if it's cold outside, it's probably gonna fog up the lens. Didn't think nothing of this. Didn't think, there's a sprinkle out here. Maybe I should put a bag around my camera. Like, so many different things just kept popping up to where, like, I think in that 30 days, I probably had maybe about 5 to 6 good videos that I was really proud of. The other ones I could get clips out of them, which is still great. But when you could get a full, like, workout video where I don't have to do any editing, like it just came out perfect. That's always what I'm looking for. And one of my favorites is I was on this cliff and some birds started flying by. I was like, I look so powerful right there. I was like,
I just heard cliff and I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's on my channel. I'm gonna send it to you so you can check it out, because it's like it was like when you watch it, you'll be like, yeah, that was crazy. But I still want to go back there and do it with like at least 3 people next to me next time. I was like, I want to make a full workout video. Then I think in my head, but if we start jumping around, what if the cliff falls? I was like, maybe I shouldn't do that. That'll be
Thank you. I was like, this isn't a cliff. Maybe it just looked like it's a cliff. No, it's an actual cliff.
It ain't really. It ain't. It is.
You just said, what if the cliff falls?
I mean, it is, but it ain't. But it is. It's sturdy. It's doing its thing. It's been there hundreds of years.
It may decide tomorrow is the last day though, so I need you to not be out there jumping on it. What? What?
Oh god.
Nature is unpredictable, okay?
Definitely.
But I do like that idea, and I think that's a cool niche to do, because I remember I have this workout video with Julian Michaels, and she was doing I think it was, I forgot what it's called. Yoga Inferno. That's what it's called. I think that's the one. And basically she mixed HIIT workout with yoga, and they did it in the desert. That wasn't much to look at, but it was still cool that she was outside versus being in a gym. And like you said, she had the 2 people beside her. And I remember one part of the video, she's like, yeah, they had on sunglasses. She was like, we're out here. We're not wearing our sunglasses because it's too cool for school. We're just out here because it's super bright. And I'm like, yeah, I imagine the sunlight reflecting off that sand. Y'all about to blind yourselves out here, burning up. Yeah. I don't know if it was hot or not, but it was super bright out there. But, I'm like, okay, well, they had the whole camera crew to adjust the lighting and everything like that. And that was a cool video. Yeah. So.
Yeah, sometimes it's worth it to get the shot, because I went through that a lot, trying to figure out how can I be different. So I know like my page is very unconventional to the typical trainer, but it's on purpose because I wanted it to catch your eye in a different way, instead of like, oh, this is the fitness page. Like, you might stick around a little longer until you realize like, oh, this is a fitness page. Like I wanted that type of reaction, like, oh, that's a dope photo. And then you start looking like, okay, these some great photos. And then like, wait, you working out? Okay, now there's going to be some progress videos coming along. So it really is almost like my version of like the type of art I want to do, right? Like I could easily go outside at a park and do a workout, but is that really visually going to be cool? Like, is that visually going to keep your attention? Like, yeah, I could give you this workout, but also what I've realized is a lot of people just watching these videos ain't doing the workout. So might as well have a great scenery.
Right. Let me just osmosis. I'm going to just sit here and watch this man work out for about 20 minutes. Whew. Yeah. So good after that one. Didn't even move. Stayed in the same spot. But I think you can have a mixture of both, though, because think about it. I don't know if it's Peloton or one of those bikes or something. I've seen it on commercials where they advertise like it might be a stationary bike or a treadmill or something like that, and you're working out, but you can change the monitor that you're looking at to, instead of it just be looking like, oh, I'm in my room running, oh, there's like a nice woodland background, or there's a nice
Yeah,
park, or da da da. But I do agree, like the I like your idea of going to the park. I mean, excuse me, not to the park, but like going to the more extreme places. Like, I don't want you to be on the cliff, but if you just must hike the
yeah,
woods to go hang off the cliff, okay. But
yeah,
like the just to give them, even if it is just, because sometimes you said, you've done, you said you've been in the parking lot. So yeah, that may not be the best scenery, but you're still outside. And then you go to the park, and then you go hang off a cliff. And
yeah.
then, now we're back in the neighborhood.
So
Something keep their interests, because it's not just you in a quiet room.
and for me, there's going to be progression with it, right? So it's going to start just like that, where I do these sceneries. And that's like my version of like, how can I separate myself to get your attention, right? I'm not the trainer who's going to be out here doing box jumps and like the extreme workout. I'm going to do the workout that anyone can do. It's not like, oh, you have to be the super strength person and come out here and flip tires. No, that's not what this channel is. So I'm going to get you with, okay, we got a nice scenery, nice background, but I'm going to show you the Bay Area. So it's almost like a travel video. And eventually I want to get
That's
to the
cool.
point where I add kind of like a small vlogging aspect to it. Haven't really figured out how I'm going to pull it off. I kind of have.
Stay
But
tuned.
but it's another way of me showing the progression, right? So it's like, okay, so I know how to create a workout video. Now I need to figure out how to create an entertaining vlog to get you into the workout video. And then the next progression after that is going to be um my progression being like, okay, so this scenery here, so I could go back, okay, this week we're going to be at Golden Gate Park, remember this video from this area, like, and then as I continue to progress, it's going to always come back to like, okay, now I'm here for a month, remember this scenery from this area, I'll be here for a month. So I'm doing everything because I'm thinking ahead too. It's like, if I just did a bunch of videos at my home gym, then I can't really reuse that video again for much more than just what it was for.
Mhm.
But as a creative, I'm thinking more outside of just fitness, of course. So it's like, how do I make this work back into what I'm doing? So I enjoy watching vlogs because I feel like the vlog is the way people really get to know who you are. And I don't really like to sit in front of a camera and just be like, hi, I'm Anthony, I'm a trainer, like the confessional style.
Mhm.
I like it where it kind of unravels in the video. So I want it to be like, catch you with like a vlog version, then we go into a workout, and like you were saying, keep them short. So instead of it being the full video, now it's going to be a vlog cut into the workout, and then I'm just going to end it on a vlog.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like,
And I
oh,
just want to remind you and everybody out there, like, entertaining is subjective. Just because I was listening to one of my business coaches, and I was like, because some people were like with social media, oh, I don't want to know about entertaining, I don't want to dance on social media. Okay, but entertaining is different for different people, because there are some people who are entertained by Lifetime movies. There are some people that are entertained by Spike TV. There are some people that are entertained by ESPN. Some people are entertained by the news. So
yeah,
I want you to think that, like, not you specifically, but I just thought of that when you said it, like, oh, being entertaining, like you filming your hike on the way to hang off of this cliff. That can be entertaining, because I know one family vlog that I watch. I ain't got no kids, but I used to watch this vlog they used to upload every single day. I used to watch every single day. Every single day wasn't something super exciting. They were both entrepreneurs. So some days it was just regular. We took the kids to school. The wife went and hung out with her parents. The dad, the husband, he, decided to cook dinner, and then they came together and had a game night with the kids. But times it would be the wife had plastic surgery. So this is her, it was to remove some surgery. Like maybe she had breast implants, I can't remember what it was, but it had made her sick. So she was like getting that reversed, and her journey through that, or
mhm,
the husband bought a new car and they make a lot of money off of YouTube. So it was like a fancy car. So let's go with me to the dealership. You know, some days it was exciting, but that might be like 5, 7, maybe 2 weeks out of the month, maybe. And that was like super exciting that what they had going on. But majority of the time they were just regular people having a regular freaking day. So, but I was still entertained by it, and I used to watch it every single day. So I just wanted to remind people of that. And for you, like, I think that would be just entertaining just because you're naturally funny as it is. And sometimes you say stuff and you're not meaning to be funny and it's funny. So I think that would just be entertaining with you just going through life, doing whatever. And then, you know, like you said, you're headed to the workout location. You're talking to the people about whatever, could be your day, could be whatever you got going on. And then you do the little clips of the workout and then you finish it up with concluding whatever it was that you were talking about. But like I said, I just want to remind people of that because they feel like they have to be a certain way to be entertaining or tell jokes or be goofy or something like that. Like, no, like some people are entertained by what is that show about killing people? First 48 and stuff. Like so people are like, it's another one though that comes on that same channel, and it's like when they're trying to find the murderer of somebody. I know that sounds like that's First 48, but it's another one that I can't think of. But it's on that same channel. But people are entertained by that. So don't think that you just have to be one way to be entertaining, because nah.
Yeah, that's my biggest goal is to stop overthinking it. Like, I'm gonna just make it happen and just, you know, just to have the proof of concept, if nothing else, is gonna be worth it. But
absolutely,
I do consistently think about that when I turn on a camera. It's something weird where you feel like you have to act. Like,
absolutely.
It's like
my voice, like, not voice changes, but definitely I talk differently when I'm doing, like with you, I'm comfortable, so I'm able to talk just like how I normally do. But when I'm doing my videos for my business, the news comes out because that's how I was trained to talk on camera, is in the newsroom. So I'm like, hi guys, my name's Katina and I'm here to help you with such and such and such, instead of being like, what's up y'all, let's talk about this. So I'm trying to retrain myself out of that in that same way, because I'm, like you said, I have a trigger, I guess, I don't know, cameras rolling, this how we show up on camera. Like, no girl, be like I was saying earlier, like being yourself and being more authentic, that resonates more with people. And not to say that I gotta go, you know, full, I'm a city girl in my head. I'm a hot girl. Let me say that back, because I don't be scamming niggas. So I'm a hot girl in my head. So that, you know, my Megan Thee Stallion, that ain't got to come all the way out. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I could be more of myself versus, hi, you guys. Let's talk about how to diversify your social media. You know, whatever.
Yeah, and I deal with that too, because when I get in front of the camera to do my workouts, so trainers are naturally known for having high energy, right? Okay, guys, let's go. We're gonna do it. Yeah, you know, it's like that's kind of what you expect. Off. That's kind of what people expect when they hear fitness trainer, fitness coach, fitness anything, because that's the energy you want to give your audience, right? But I'm not that guy. And I learned this really well when do you have an Orange Theory gym out there?
Yeah, we have that.
Okay. So have you ever been?
No.
Okay.
I thought it was a smoothie place.
So Orange Theory is super high energy, right? And you have to audition basically to get a job there. I didn't realize that, you know, like, because every other gym I went to, they were just like, okay, what are your certifications? What hours do you have available? You know, are you coachable? Would you, you know, like when I worked at a boxing gym, are you able to learn boxing? Like, okay. Like, yeah, I can learn whatever. This gym is nothing like that. They are actually similar to my previous certification. It's a husband and wife came up with a fitness system. They come up with these workouts every month and they put them out to each gym, and they all do the same workouts, right? So everybody knows what's coming. So as a coach, they teach you how to speak their language, and they use certain phrasing through their coaching. But everything is high energy. So you have to be, all right, class, let's go. You know, like, I'm not that guy. I'm just
I don't
laid
like
back.
stuff like that either.
I just cut it to you straight, just like that. But in my head, I've been knocking myself because, like, the first few videos I made, I was like, okay, I gotta have the high energy. So I'm getting ready to do the workout, and I know that I'm talking to the camera. I'm getting into. I'm like, this is hard to maintain for me. Like, I can't. I was like, let me just try it and just be me. Like, what? Like, I don't talk that much, you know. So like, I'll just try it like that. So like, I explained the workout. I talked to the camera regular, and then when I watched it back, I was like, yeah, I don't have no issue with this. I was like,
It's pretty cool. It worked for
yeah,
me.
yeah, I'm still pretty entertained. Like, you know, like maybe, you know, and like the people who came to my classes and stuff, they've never been like, oh, I wish he was more loud. I wish he had more energy. Like, no, like as long as they got a good workout in, they got a good workout. That's what they came for. So you're right. Just let your personality be what it's gonna be. Because if you're anything like me, when that camera cuts on, you're gonna have to fight with yourself the first 5 minutes to not turn into a character. Like, I don't know why I want to be a character. It's like, what's up, it's your boy.
I was about to say, what's your character? I can't wait to see this. Not it's your boy.
My gosh, it's like, is there another way I could start this? Like, every time you're on camera, you gotta start like that, right? That's who I am. It's me, and who am I? Your boy.
I can't remember who told me that, but I stopped saying that because it was like, excuse me, I want to say it might have been Kid Fury. I'm not sure, but it was like, I hate when people start videos like that. You are not my boy. You are not my girl. I don't know you. And I was like, I don't know you. Hold on. Let me change that. So I just came up with my own little thing. I was like, I always say I'm the blonde bombshell. So I'm like, it's your favorite blonde bombshell, Blondie Lockhart. Then my sister, of course, kid, gotta love family. She was like, what you be saying? I'm the blah, 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 blah. It's not even that many bees. Don't do me like that. It's the blum bum 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 show. What is that? What you say? Blum bum bum bum. Don't worry about it. Don't even say it. Don't even say it. Because I used to say it really fast when I was doing radio. It's the blonde bombshell, Blondie Lockhart. Da, da, da. And she was like, it's the blum bum bum bum. Can't win for losing. Okay. Forget it. Don't even worry about it.
I don't know if I've ever came up with a good one for like the beginning. It took me a long time to get the one I have for my ending though. Like because when I end my videos now, I just say love life. I don't know how I started that, but I was like, I like that. I'm gonna stick with that. But like the intro, oh my gosh, I will fumble an intro easily. Like introducing, like I could on the camera and be like, hey, what's happening, y'all? You know, whatever I'm going through. I had one video, I think I started it and I was just like rubbing my nose like, welcome back. Got
a little bit too authentic. Golly. Oh goodness. But I hate that though when I'm like editing and it's like, okay, especially with video. With audio, that's fine because then I could just cut that part out and nobody hears the sniffle of the rubbing of the nose right before you start talking. But in video, God dang it, why did I do that? I can't cut that off.
Yeah, see, and that's the beautiful thing about having stuff canned. Like, eventually I'm gonna can an intro, so I don't have to do an intro. It'll just be the pre-recorded intro, and then now the video starts. Like, is he wearing two different things? Yes.
Don't focus on that. Focus on what we're talking about. You welcome.
I might film the hike journey to the cliff I went and did my workout at, but instead of doing the workout, I'll just show you the video of the workout I did previously when I went months ago.
Did he change clothes? Worry about yourself. Get this workout in. Stop worry about what I got on.
He got bigger after the intro. That's great.
Do the workout. Worry about yourself and do the workout.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody out there for listening and tuning in once again to another great episode of the Domestic Athlete Training Podcast with your host, Anthony T. and
Blondie Lockhart.
Right here on Oakland Sunshine. Be sure to check us out every Sunday, 7 a.m. West Coast time, 10 a.m. East Coast time. And you already know where to find us at oaklandsunshine.com. So until next time, everybody, love life.